Happy New Year, everyone. I'm OCDsaster, and this is OCDsaster Blue, my Sonic exclusive channel, where everything we do here is Sonic related. So if that sounds like something your speed, consider subscribing and checking out some other videos after this one. It is now 2026, which means that the Sonic the Hedgehog franchise is reaching its 35th anniversary, 35 years of Sonic. And June 23rd is technically that date, the anniversary, but we have to speculate what we're getting this year as it involves Sonic. For Sega and Sonic Team like to pull out some stops and some goodies for the fans every time they hit an anniversary like this. However, this year I'm not 100% sure we're going to be getting as big as goodies as we have in previous anniversary windows, and I don't want to sound like a pessimistic, negative Nancy, and of course I hope for much bigger and better things this year, but we have a lot coming down the pipeline in 2027, such as Sonic Movie 4. That's not coming out this year for the 35th anniversary of Sonic, so we can already cross that one off, which means also like the Year of Amy or Year of Metal Sonic, whatever they choose to do for that promotional period before the movie releases, isn't going to be this year either. So what are they going to do? A lot of us were really hoping to get at least a teaser or an announcement for the next AAA Sonic title at the December Game Awards, but that didn't happen. And that can be for multiple reasons. It's very expensive now to promote your games at the Game Awards. I believe the advertisement slots are actually even more expensive than some of the Super Bowl advertisement slots, which is just absolutely absurd to me. So maybe Sega and Sonic Team just didn't think they needed to spend that kind of money for the advertisement, but I really don't think that's the case because they did it for Sonic Frontiers, and I think that's a big enough market and so many people watch the Game Awards that they would eat that cost to do it. So I just don't think the game's ready, and I definitely can't see us getting the AAA Sonic game, unfortunately, in 2026. But there's a little bit of a positivity spin to it. I think that means they're taking their time and not rushing this out. Frontiers was great, but they did end up having some deadline problems, and they did have to kind of hurry up. They did delay it a few times, but they still had to hit that holiday season, so the game wasn't fully ready for release. It was still fine, but it wasn't like a Sonic 06 or Sonic Boom situation, but it wasn't great. But I think they are working heavily and hard on the next AAA Sonic game, but they just know that if they were to release a teaser and announcement in December, then the expectation would be too high, and they would have to get the game out by holiday of this year, 2026, so like November, December 2026, and they just realized that's not realistic. I can, however, see them announce the game this year. I can see a teaser being released towards the end of 2026, maybe in the spring or the next Game Awards, where they will finally reveal the next AAA Sonic game and what that will be. I can definitely see that happening, but just not at the beginning of this year, so that way we don't expect anything in 2026. Once again, I hope I'm wrong, but that's just kind of how I'm seeing this, and just like recognizing the patterns and stuff. But I'd much rather have them wait and really have everything polished and cleaned up before releasing the next AAA Sonic game than rushing it out the door just to, satisfy some, impatient fans. There's been talks about Sonic movie animated movies on Paramount Plus, and also some spin-off titles. And then of course the big collaborative Universal event of Sonic Movie 5, whatever that's going to be, but we're way too far for those that come out. Animation takes a long time, it takes a while to develop TV shows, so even if they were working on a Shadow the Hedgehog TV show or an Amy Rose TV show, we would have already long heard about it or seen leaks, set photos and stuff like that, if they were already in production and coming down the pipeline. So we haven't even seen those yet, so I can't imagine seeing anything like that released this year either. And on top of all of this, they have announced that they were not working or focusing on remakes or remasters of older Sonic games so they could focus on the AAA Sonic titles. So I doubt we're going to be getting any type of collection or remake of anything. So it's not looking too great. I know I sound like a wet blanket, guys, and I'm kind of just squandering a lot of hopes and dreams, but we can't have too much hopium or copium with this kind of stuff. We have to think realistically and not about what we want, but it's just when you look at all of the facts, this is what it's leading towards, is a very dry year for Sonic. I can see a lot of marketing, I can see a lot of Sonic Rumble, Sonic Crossworlds content push, I could see, you know, more brand deals and clothing lines and maybe some merchandise. I mean, a lot of people are very sour from the Sonic X Shadow statue figurine kind of fiasco that's been going on. They're finally getting those shipped out after delay, and they are not up to snuff. So I think a lot of people are also just kind of sour on merchandising for Sonic right now. But I really can't see there being such a big video game title being released in 2026, especially if it hasn't been announced yet. Like, I know we just started the new year and there's still literally 12 more months, but I feel like they would have teased something by now. But once again, I could be wrong, and I'm very open to be proven wrong, and you guys can let me know if in a few months they do release a teaser for the next AAA Sonic game coming in 2026. You can come back to this video, comment down below, nah, boo boo, I told you, but I genuinely just don't see that happening. And it makes me sad. I want more stuff, I want more Sonic content, but like I said, the writing's on the wall for me, and I just think they're really taking this year to get everything right. I don't think they're gonna rush product just because it's 35th anniversary of Sonic. There might be some pop-up stores and shops for Sonic throughout his 35th year anniversary. There might be some limited time merchandising and stuff like that, but I can't see them doing too much as it relates to actual video games and stuff like that, sadly. I want to be wrong so bad. But what would I like to see for a 35-year anniversary of Sonic? This is what I would like to see, not what I think will happen, because I've already been very clear that I don't think a lot's happening this year. But if I could actually, you know, make a wish and these things would happen, I would like to see a few things. I would like a full remake or a remaster collection of Sonic Adventure DX, Sonic Adventure 2, and Sonic Heroes. I think a full pack of those 3 games would be amazing, and I ashamedly would pay a lot of money, even if they were just ports, to be quite honest. And we know that ports and Sonic games do not go well together, but I don't know. I'm getting very lazy at setting up my Nintendo Wii so I can play Sonic Heroes and those more classic games. So I would really like to see a collection of those 3 games, if not a remake of one of them. I think Sonic Adventure 2 would make the most sense, but I would like them to go in order, but that's just like my wishful thinking here. I think that would be absolutely great to celebrate the 35 years of Sonic. I would also like to see a animated like Sonic short and like a whole Sonic maybe like YouTube series to celebrate his 35 years. Do something cute with that, maybe like a 5-episode series where they even have the actual voice actors doing their parts as Sonic and folks. I think that would be kind of fun and silly. I know in the past they've done like kind of meme Sonic games, like Who Murdered Sonic the Hedgehog, or The Murder of Sonic the Hedgehog, or something like that for like April Fools they did a few years ago. It would be cool if they could come up with some like anniversary flash game that just involves a lot of the Sonic characters, has a lot of, you know, self-aware memes, breaks the fourth wall, dating sim-esque, but not a dating sim game. I'm not one of those Sonic fans. I'm not condoning that, but something in the sense of like a flash game that's just very easy for them to make and put together. That would be kind of cool to see. I genuinely want them to go more ham with the content for Sonic Racing Crossworlds. I know we still have DLC characters and courses left over and some free DLC characters, but they need to add some more stuff, some more meat, some more substantive stuff, because I don't think the festivals are as enticing as they wanted them to be. I know there are a few, actually there's quite more than a few of you out there that really like to compete and get your rankings up there, but as a casual adult Sonic fan that, you know, has a job and has other, you know, priorities in life, I can't just sit there and grind a full, you know, festival pass. It's just not really feasible for me, and I just wish they had some other things that you could do to kind of unlock some of those things that doesn't just require you going to online, but maybe if you went back and did some Grand Prix, maybe add in some new Grand Prix that aren't just with the DLC releases, but just working on some new courses. I did a video last month on how I would like to see more of the cross-world tracks, the travel rings, you know? Stuff like that to just really add some more substance to the game. I think it's still going well, it's still going strong, I still enjoy playing it, don't get me wrong, but I do think that it's not as big of a pop when some of these characters are releasing or being announced and when the festivals are out. I just think there can be a little bit more done there. I think having the Sonic Symphony retouring would be really cool for the 35th year anniversary. I think it would be really cool to also have some of those artists like Crush 40 and, you know, Keenan Quinn and some people put together like a all-inclusive like album of the highly popular like rock songs. I think that'd be cool. Like the Sonic the Hedgehog 35-year music soundtrack collection. That would be kind of pricey, but that'd be kind of cool to see. So there's creative things that they can do, and I could possibly see them do like that for the anniversary celebrations. I just can't see big titles and big movie releases or TV shows being released this year, which is really unfortunate, but you need some of that time to develop these things, and they've been cooking lately, guys, alright? It's been a rough few years for Sonic fans and the Sonic the Hedgehog franchise, but we are on an upswing, and I genuinely mean that. Sonic Crossworlds has been doing well. Sonic X Shadow Generations was really, really good and really, really solid, and then Sonic Frontiers 2 was kind of the kickoff, the re-spark of this new Sonic renaissance, a new era, but they have to keep hitting it out of the park, and if they rush things and then put out, you know, their usual like mid to poorly average Sonic stuff, then they're going to lose that momentum again, and they're going to lose that faith from some of the audience and most of the casual audience, which they're trying to capture again, because Sonic fans, we're loyal, we'll get whatever game comes out, but a casual fan, they're going to wait to see the IGN review and wait to see, you know, their favorite YouTubers play it, and if it's not good, then they're not going to go out and purchase it. So I think Sega and Sonic Team are aware of that, and I think it's good that they're becoming more aware of that, and I'm just really hopeful for the future of Sonic and really like the trajectory that it's on. But now it's up to you. You guys let me know down in the comments, what do you think they're going to do for the Sonic 35th anniversary? Do you agree with me? Do you disagree? Do you think they're going to pull out all the stops? They're just stealth releasing stuff. They're quietly developing things, and they're just going to release like a full AAA game by the end of the year? Do you think it's going to be something completely different? I would love to hear all your thoughts, opinions, suggestions down below, and I hope you have a great rest of your week. I hope your new year was great, your New Year's Eve, the start of your New Year's been going well, and I will be around. I am thinking about doing a series where I go and look back at all of Sonic's history and re-educate myself. I will never admit that I'm the #1 Sonic fan. That would just be a blatant lie. I really adore Sonic. I think I'd be in the top 25th percentile, but definitely not in the upper echelon like some of you amazing people that subscribe and watch these videos. You are the true Sonic fans, but I do want to up my game. I do want to know what I'm talking about a little bit more, do some more research. So I think in light of the 35th anniversary of Sonic, up until June 23rd, which is when the original Sonic the Hedgehog released, I'm going to set time out of my day to learn and study Sonic lore, Sonic media, and really try to sharpen my Sonic knowledge, and even maybe make a few videos and do a few YouTube series on that. So stay tuned if that is interesting to you. But with that being said, I'm OCDsaster, and I hope you have a super Sonic rest of your day. See ya.